Hello, welcome to Soulprint Insights. I hope you're doing well. So these are stressful times, these are hectic times, there's an awful lot going on, and frankly, a lot of things that need to change. And change sometimes often brings sort of a sense of anxiety, right? Because you're anxious because changing into the unknown, you're anxious because whatever is currently in your world is causing a lot of stress and aggravation. It can become a very stressful and anxiety producing time when things feel sort of as chaotic and out of place as they sort of do these days. So, it's really important to understand literally the power of the energy. Energy is all around us. Every single thing has energy attached to it, whether it is a human, a dolphin, a hummingbird, a piece of wood, even things that we view as inanimate have a certain amount of energy vibration to them. Now, if you are a regular viewer of my Soulprint Intuitive Tarot channel, you will know that lately I've sort of been on a bit of a soapbox about reminding people to be very, very careful of what they're thinking, how they're thinking, and why is it is important to sort of stay conscious of your thoughts and move them forward in a very sort of concise, specific way. So I thought that this would be a really good time to review something that I shared with you, but this goes all the way back to February of 2020. And I thought it was high time that we did a bit of a review because I've been telling people when it comes to manifesting, when you want to think about something, you want to think about not what you're trying to get rid of, but what you are trying to embrace forward, what it is you want to bring into your life or into your experiences. So it's not about the negative attachment of get rid of, it's about the positive of bringing it forth with joy and happiness, okay? And so it's super important that we actually understand the function, the magnitude, and the power of energy. And so I would like to share with you, it actually is two separate Masudius readings, although honestly it was the same, it's the same conversational topic, it's the same thing. It actually was just broken down into two parts in the original channeling. So settle in, get comfortable, and we're going to review the power of energy. Here we go. Understanding that everything is energy vibrating at various rates and frequencies is just the beginning. Energy is the basis and foundation for all that is and all that surrounds you. As such, with intention, to varying degrees, that energy can and should be utilized for the purpose of life. It was always intended to be the stuff of life, the energy rush of love, the power of healing, the intensity of concentration, the force of physical strength, the exuberance of children at play. This and all that surrounds you is energy made manifest. Let us look to the growth of a human body to see that the life force of energy that is required really is beyond the mind's comprehension, but yet, seemingly without much effort, does the body grow, thrive, heal, and change. Look to nature to see the gentle energy of growth and the mighty energy of natural storms, the balancing of energy within the earth. Look to the arts to see the energy of music and the power of the written word, the beauty of art, and the wonder of it all is that energy is the stuff from which all creation, physical and mental, is based. So knowing that energy is the primary ingredient, we shall take a basic look at how this energy can be utilized in the world in which you create. First, let us understand that the energy surrounding the body is the soul, which is all-knowing and all-intelligent. It is the highest part of you, and that energy is used to protect, balance, and hold together that which is physical. This energy can be charged and sent through intention wherever you wish it to go. Heal the earth or send a hug. It is powerful, profound, and instantaneous. This energy can be seen and understood according to size, color, and intensity. Now know that the energy that surrounds the body surrounds everything, every animal, every tree, every blade of grass, every so-called solid object that you perceive. That which is solid is only solid to you because it vibrates at a much slower and denser level than you. The etheric realm is just as real, but it is simply vibrating at a higher and lighter vibration. Interestingly, the more you slow down, the easier it is to connect to the higher and lighter vibration of the higher realms. Your thoughts and words have energy attached to them. Words, more energy than thoughts, and deeds, more energy than words. See energy as bubbles of light that move and spiral around, going into and out of. See energies as bubbles of light that move and spiral around, going out into the universe without end. They connect and meet up with like energy and form groups or clumps. Just like a group of people focused on one thought creates a power, so too do these energy groups, eventually achieving critical mass and manifestation of the thought or intention is achieved. It is so very important to completely grasp this law of the universe. It is unchanging and unchangeable. Fear creates fear. Lack creates lack. Love creates love. Joy, more joy. Peace and understanding, more of the same. The incorporation of this understanding then becomes the primary tool that is used to continue the evolution of you. It is this knowledge, this tool, which is one of the most important understandings you will come to, in the continuous process of experiencing that which is life, that which is not conceptual, but that which is experienced in a real way, taken into your understanding and hence growth. Then comes the next understanding. If everything and everyone is made up of the same stuff, clearly it originated from the same source. That source must therefore be made up of the same stuff, and in the image and likeness we were created. Again, this should be taken in and understood at a heart level. Feel the impact of this simple statement. Know the truth of it. All is from one source, and we are all one. That which impacts part of the whole impacts the whole, regardless of when or where. Each and everyone are impacted by the actions, events, and choices of parts of the whole. The parts may act or behave independently, but the physical and vibrational influence is felt like ripples or waves throughout all the parts of the whole. Look to the quality of the water you drink, the air you breathe, and say, this isn't so. Look to the outpouring of love and support given to those who are affected by natural weather events. Look to the global effects of the depletion of the rainforests and the impact of the loss of many plants with healing properties yet undiscovered. Once this basic and unchanging law of the universe is understood and acted upon, clearly comes the understanding that what I do for me, I do for my brother. The highest love should therefore be to the self. In loving and appreciating the wonder and beauty of you, you then extend that vibrational energy out into the world and its inhabitants. Like energy attracts like energy. Energy is neither good nor bad, positive nor negative. It is simply energy which attracts itself. Therefore, the intention of the energy released is the result of the energy released. If the intention be for healing, growth, abundance, and love, this is what will be returned. Should the energy be of lack or fear, this is what will return, which is why I keep encouraging you to stay very, very positive and view things from a positive perspective of bringing towards you as opposed to getting rid of, okay? Understand, there is no arbitrary God that says yes to you and no to you. Your choices and thoughts create exactly the world you live in. There are no victims and villains, no blessed and denied. There are only those who remember the unbending laws of the universe and those who have forgotten. When free will was given, it was given unconditionally. End of statement. There were no clauses, no addendums added. This was the gift of our Creator, to create our existence and live it by our choice and free will. We were given the tools to create and the freedom to see and experience the result of our creations, one way or another. We were given an energy force of incredible power and brilliance, with the ability to understand and create all that we see around us. The road each travels is their choice and free will. The pathways unlimited and varied in a continuous evolution. Each soul has had many experiences and opportunities for experience, as many as they choose or wish. You can go up or down, forward or backward, or indeed round and round, as many times and as often as you like. The choice, as always, is yours. You can be here or there. This is not a stagnant universe, but one of eternal expansion and creation. This will continue. So, part 2, question, Masudius, would you like to continue at this time? Yes, thank you, and we will continue. As I was saying, the universe is ever expanding and ever creating. It is not stagnant, nor is the evolution of the soul. The soul being the most magical and profound piece of the Creator, which is infused into each and every one of her creations. There is a misconception that here on earth, you are here to struggle and atone, to work and learn, in a continuous search for perfection and therefore enlightenment. Earth, and indeed all of the rooms in God's mansion, are for the expansion and continuous evolution of the soul. They are and always were intended to be the playground, the sacred place where, in assuming physical bodies, the spirit could and would experience the physical, and therefore incorporate those experiences into the continued expansion and understanding of the soul. This idea that there is atonement is an inaccurate twist on reality. Understand, before each and every soul returns to the physical, there are many, many helpers put into place both here and there, who have committed and vowed to assist and help the returning energy or soul achieve its desired goal. These may evolve into family members, friends, teachers, strangers on the street who appear at just the right moment. They may be that coworker that you cannot get along with, or that in-law that drives you crazy. Circle upon circle, interconnecting. These agreements are in place for the benefit of all who are connected, and the agreements are often two-way streets. These intentions become your soul print. You must understand that to know yourself as a certain thing or energy, you must have the experience, often both sides of the experience, to know where you stand. How can you know that you are generous if you do not experience yourself as both generous and miserly? How can you know generous if you have not both given and received? How can you know generous if you have not both accepted and denied? It is this process that you define for yourself where and who you are in terms of generous. Now, think for a moment of all the traits and virtues. Think of all the physical experiences a soul may wish to experience to know themselves as, and then comes slowly the understanding that the process is ever expanding and ever creative. For it is indeed the nature of expansion that when you reach the highest pinnacle, then there in front of you is a newly created pinnacle for you to reach. Thus, creation and the universe cannot, and indeed never would be, stagnant. Now, coupled with each returning soul's highest intention are the realities of turning to an environment that is dense and heavy. So the need for physical survival impact upon the return, the soul now surrounding a physical body must also deal with the need for food, air, water, and shelter. Know that there are helpers in place, both in the physical and spiritual realms, that have vowed and committed to assist. Careful, however, to judge not, as it is only the soul who knows the chosen path it would walk. Rich or poor, healthy or not, loved or abused. There are very few on the earth at any one time who clearly remember their path and do not get waylaid or sidetracked. These are usually referred to as masters. And given the history of how they have been treated, so too, their path has also not been an easy one. Most returning souls, not once, but many times during the course of an incarnation, will get caught up on the boulders that they never were intending to get trapped by. Into place will come all of those helpers, pre-assigned and determined to assist in keeping their vow of assistance. Free will, once again, plays a part in this process. An offer of assistance is extended. To accept or not is a choice each soul will make. Within each choice comes the ultimate impact of free will. For the result of the choice then opens or closes the next door or pathway in the progression of the soul's journey. It is not a matter of do this and you will please God, or do that and you will displease God. Every experience is simply an experience, all of which go into the growth and expansion of the soul's journey. You will walk many paths, and you will all have and be helpers along the way. None walks alone in their journey. Now still the mind for a moment and remind yourself that you are all divine with that eternal and brilliant part of the God force incorporated into your beings. Your highest desire is for your continued expansion and evolution. Therefore, therefore for you and every other is the prayer that for the highest good is the most profound prayer and statement, as it acknowledges no judgment, only the soul's ongoing and ever increasing quest to the pinnacle. Along the way, you will be born into the physical and you will leave the physical. You will rest and recharge on the plane of the spiritual. You will be helpers on earth and in heaven, and will be helped. For this is the way and the light. What you do for your brother, you do for and to you. The process is without end, for the pinnacle only begets another pinnacle. The higher and faster you fly is entirely up to you. The process of this choice is free will. Each of you have set up signposts along the way, places in time and space that are there to reawaken the soul print of a chosen path. Again, the choice to receive the message or remembrance is up to you. Many times you will follow a path that seemingly flows with golden lights. Your timing is perfect. You are in the right place at the right time with the right people and energy, and all flows without turbulence. Other times, it matters not what you do or say, who you see or contact. There is no flow of energy and no clear path forward. These times are the times to step back and evaluate the path you are contemplating. The blocks are almost always created by the self, usually in the higher vibrations, in an attempt to remind you of the soul path you chose. It is a mistaken understanding that implies that the more you suffer and sacrifice, the more value does the lesson hold. These are incorrect thoughts, as there are no lessons on the path, only opportunities to remember to continue the evolution of your soul. Should you choose this evolution to take place in a loving and peaceful environment, that is what you will draw to you. And many will say, you are so blessed to know no hardships. This is not so. Only that you view the hardships as a part of the process. And so you do not attach more meaning to them than you do to the blessings. Indeed, this is the masterful way of progress, understanding and blessing each moment for the gift it offers. Be the gift of joy, sadness, hunger, or knowledge. The gift is a piece of the progression of your soul's path. Embrace that which is in your life as truly as you have scripted it to be there. And when the knowledge and experience when the knowledge and experience are gained, bless and release the gift with thanks. The less that shackles in the physical, the less it shackles the physical, the lighter and faster do you fly. However, judge not even yourself. For unless you have your soul print right in front of you, and that cannot be, as it will influence your free will, even you will not be fully aware of the path you have chosen. The soul print is there for your higher self to refer to when that is required. The soul print is the blueprint or covenant of desires and intended experiences for this incarnation. This can only be accessed by your soul for guidance. This is as it should be, because if you were able to access it and read it, your progression would lose the depth for which you return to Earth. It could then be likened to reading a story versus living the experience. Never lose sight of the fact that the physical incarnation is to experience the physical. It is your playground. We remain at this time studious. That's like a real lot to digest and take in. So I'm going to very simply thank you ever so much for joining me here at Soulprint Insights. Review what I've said. You might want to listen to it another time or two. And until I see you again, stand in your power and stand in your light. Bye for now.